It would not make sense that the loincloth is, let's close this here to get the bigger picture, that the loincloth is kind of part of the character, but he does not wear a belt. So this will be one of those cases where the loincloth is kind of sitting, is kind of suggested that it's sitting over the skin, kind of like skin tight. We do not have a tie on the back, so it might very well continue all the way to the back. But it doesn't make sense that if it starts here as the belt area, that it's the same color as the skin. So I might suggest to either to maybe use a different color for this, or perhaps even modify the characters to just remove the loincloth. However, watch for that, because if you notice there's some issues on the front part that you have to might need to weld some. There's some missing polygons on the legs that are not connected. So let me show you how to fix that that problem there with this part over here. I'm going to reload the original map since it's much lighter, so that you can see more detail. We could also lighten up the one that we just made too. Okay, let's make a render, and render the whole frame. Thank you. Render view and render. Okay. You see that seam over here? It looks a little bit interrupted. It looks like it's not a continuous map. It kind of stops there. That's what I call when the texture maps get interrupted or they're broken on the surface. So let me show you here, over here. Let me see, go to a place where it's very, very noticeable. Okay, right there. You see how this dark mark ends there, and it looks like there's a very defined line on that polygon telling me that that polygon is there. It looks like it should be continuous because there's no evidence there that says that it should stop there. A good way to fix it is to just apply on this area here a different map, and that way you don't have to do that. What we're going to do next, but I wanted to still show you so that you could see how to work on that. Okay, the maps, the UVs that go on that area. If you highlight that, one of them, you see them highlighted here on the UV editor window. So it seems to be this area over here. So here's what you can do. Just with your select element, this one here, click on that vest part over here, and you could do this one too. Make sure they don't overlap with any of the others on the side. And what we can do now is pretty much weld, use the target weld option. So we're going to click and drag. Let me close in with the middle mouse. Click and drag that point. When we see the thicker cross, then put it there. Click on this one and drag it. Click and drag it. And I'm going to do that to all the surface here, that all the way to there. And then we have to move those guys, which will also offset this over here, because then there might be some stretching happening here. So I am going to select all these guys. And, let's take this off so that we can select everyone. Okay, why am I not able to? Hold on. There you go. I'm going to try to select all the points by hitting shift on the keyboard, all the points, all these points. Yep. I guess we have to hit control. Sorry about that. You hit control down to add to your selection on the UV editor. And what I'm going to do is with the move tool, I'm going to move them down. Why am I doing this? To make sure these polygons over here don't stretch too much. That is all. That's all I'm doing. If they stretch too much,